down as Washington State sub. Stanford, there's a penalty marker down because Stanford had 12 guys on the field. Victor with a catch of the 45. There's 9 seconds left in the half. But Troy Taylor was trying to sub in Jackson Moy and match the Cougars who subbed.
And they're allowed to, right? You're allowed to hold the offense up and make your substitution, but it has to happen within the time limit of the referees allowing it.
Now, I will say Stanford was slow on the draw.
Defense, 12 players on the field. That penalty is declined after the play is the first down.
There's Moy trying to come in. Nine seconds, the play stands, the 10th catch for Victor. And again, a few weeks ago, he had a Cougars record 16 catches at Oregon. And now we have a stoppage again. And the officials, all right, they're all on the same page. And here is Cam Ward. Pressure coming and dumps it off. Cooper Mather steps out of bounds inside Stanford territory with 2 seconds to go in the half. And from here, it would be a 61-yard field goal try.
I don't know if the Cougs got that in them, so here, just line them up. Don't take a sack. Put it in the end zone, and hopefully someone comes down with it.
So they're going to leave the offense out there and go for the Hail Mary here, as the Cougs bring in some of their taller targets. As Cameron Johnson comes in, Zion Nunnally, and the last timeout used by Jake Dickert here with 2 seconds left in the half. And the ball is at the Stanford 44-yard line. Cougars have outgained the Cardinal 164-48.
Happened quickly. It was about 50-something yards to 30-something yards. Seems about a minute ago. But Wazoo found a way to get things going. Lincoln Victor doing a great job being the catalyst of this offense. Cam Ward buying himself some time. They got things going here. See if they can get lucky.
And surprised to see Troy Taylor's offense struggle like they have tonight, considering how much they've lit it up recently. That performance against the Huskies last week. And look, Troy Taylor's missing a couple of key weapons. Benjamin Jurasik not here. Casey Filkins is out. So the ultimate prevent defense. Stanford has 3 guys across the goal line. From the Stanford 44. Most likely the final play of the first half. Well, if there's a defensive penalty against Stanford, Cougars could get another play. Stanford rushes 4. And underneath the crossing route and some room to run. And toward the sideline, and that will take us to the end of the half as Kyle Williams is forced out of bounds by Mitch Lieber, along with Colin Wright. 7-0 Washington State. A pitcher's duel on the Palouse tonight between the Cougs and the Cardinals. We go to the studio. Mark Willard, Shane Vereen, Nigel Burton for the Pac-12 Halftime Report, presented by Baird.
At halftime, and we welcome you into our Pac-12 studios. Nigel Burton, Shane Vereen, Mark Willard. We're watching, I guess, a defensive struggle, or is this elements? What do you guys see?
It's definitely the elements playing into it. These are, well, 2 offenses that are, you know, they're in a transitional phase, right? Throughout the season, offense has changed, defense has changed, but the weather has been the main constant, and it's just important at this point in a game, a sloppy game like this, where the elements are out of your control. It's important. Take the extra second to get the snap. Make sure the handoff is completed. Make sure you're catching the ball. Make sure we're wrapping up when we're tackling. It's the fundamentals that are really going to win and lose this game for you.
My favorite was Shane was like, hey, so Nige, like you live in the Northwest. Did you guys anticipate this kind of weather? Yeah, it's called November. like that's just what happens.
Well, that's why I was so confused as to like why there were so many misses. I'm like, was it not supposed to rain? Did we not work on this all week?
The way it works in the Northwest is if it's sunny, we're confused. It's like, oh, what is that thing in the sky? I heard it's got some name for it. I'm discombobulated. So yes, no, this is exactly what was anticipated, and Well, not the score we anticipate.
Well, no. Although Washington State coming off 4 losses in a row, you see Cam Ward. It should be, as you're saying, a little bit more of a comfort zone for them than Stanford.
Yeah, you would think, but look, the best pass of the day looked like more like he was kicking the ball to the receiver. But it is something they're going to have to figure out. And one thing, if the torrential downpours start, as a guy who's played defense and coached against defenses, sometimes it's the time to start taking shots, double moves, things that, obviously the receivers know where they're going, defensive backs don't. So if you can take advantage of the fact that it's a little more slippery out there and things like that, sometimes those things can work in your favor.
All right, so 7-0 in Washington State's favor. Points have not been a problem in Los Angeles, a top 20 matchup that we're going to hop to next.
Somebody play some defense!
Defense is optional.
This Pac-12 football halftime report is presented by Behr Paint. Today, let's paint. Exclusively at the Home Depot.
All right, so they call these highlights, and we have a few of them. Caleb Williams, Michael Penix Jr. This has just got high.
You notice we're not showing any defensive players.
Nope. But that's Dylan Johnson. He plays offense. That's a 2-yard score. Although that just tied it up. And then USC. Here's a special teams play. There you go. Deuce Robinson with the
double thump.
The block punt, and you notice the jersey change.
It's very loose. It's a loose jersey.
2 number 19s out there. Caleb Williams is going to make it work. A couple plays later from 1 yard out.
I got an idea. When they run the read zone, the guy who won the Heisman, let's give him to our defensive end to tackle in space by himself.
This was our favorite play. Watch Penix Jr. buy a little more time. And I swore he was throwing this one away.
What?
But that is Devin Cope on the other end. And yes, he held on.
That is a dime piece. That was like Caleb Williams dressed up in a Michael Penix jersey.
Darwin Barlow's turn here. Rushing the ball's been easy today. And that's 43 yards down
I
to the
found
one.
both of those statements offensive.
But true.
More offensive than this defense.
Barlow in from 1 yard out. USC back on top. But here comes Dylan Johnson the other way.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. I'm a better 7 than you are.
Watch the dive at the end. And it's 21 all. All tied back up. Now USC's turn. Watch this. This is the highlight of the day.
Yeah.
The new flea flicker.
This is my favorite play call of the year so far.
You know why?
That was fantastic.
Because it worked.
Probably.
If that resulted in a fumble, Shane would be like, that is the worst call ever. You know what's an interesting call? I'm not going to say worst. I've never seen 3 guys rush in the red zone on a 3rd down and have dropped 8 in the end zone. It didn't work.
Here's your defense. There's the sack fumble that flipped the score right before half.
Coach Andrews like, thank God somebody made a play.
Dylan Johnson 1 yard out, and UW takes the 7-point lead into the break.
Okay, so into the second half.
4th and 1, huck it up. Brandon Rice, 25 yards, and we're tied again. 35.
Got 63 plays, and we've still got 30 minutes of football left.
Michael Penix 1 yard in. Washington's up. Now here's Mario Williams. Washington's not up anymore. But Washington is up. 45-42 is the
Hey, guess
score.
what's happening? We got another long run.
There was a punt recently.
I don't think. Oh, you're lying. These are lies.
We got other highlights of other games coming up.
Well, this whole thing's ridiculous.
Speaking of anything you can do, I can do better. Oregon hoping to score some points today. Justin Wilcox and Dan Lanning getting together for this one. Number 6 Oregon with plenty on the line. And right out of the gate, everyone's favorite hookup. Bo Nix, Tez Johnson, 48 yards right down the middle.
Show the speed.
7-0 lead for Oregon there. And then they would use the defense a little bit as well. A lot of turnovers early in this game, including this one, the fumble from Fernando Mendoza.
First of all, they call it an atmospheric river for a reason, okay?
Taki Taimani on the spot. They did have to jump it in from 1 yard out on the very next play. Bo Nix takes care of that. 14-0 lead for the Ducks.
We don't have anything for that.
You got nothing?
No.
All right.
No.
Well, then we just wait.
Yeah.
Wait, there it is.
Yeah,
Touchdown.
We're just gonna wait.
Put your hands up.
All right, cool.
Put your hands up. It's a touchdown.
Longest highlight play ever. I'll tell you what.
Bo Nix with another beauty as Oregon pulling away at this point, but still in the first half.
Well, two things were interesting. One, this was a knockdown, drag-out fight until about the last 5 minutes of the second quarter.
Yeah, three touchdowns in the last 5 minutes.
Two, once it started raining legitimately, it was pouring.
Yeah.
For the Cal defense. They could not, they had no answer.
Bucky Irving goes in there, and as you see, Oregon runs away with this one, 63-19.
We swear that game was close.
It was.
Speaking of running away with things.
This one was close as well. Look, it was 0-0 at one point. But, that is Devon Vele, 11 yards out.
Oh, man, if you thought this was going to be a boring halftime highlight reel, boy, were you wrong.
Well, the issue here is there's Bourguet down, and he would exit the game.
Again, nobody's been hit more in the country than Trenton Bourguet, unless his name is Shedeur Sanders.
Yep. There's been a lot of it. And then there was a lot of this today as well. This is Munir McLean, 20 yards out.
Head top, Moss.
Yeah.
24-3.
I'm not sure I could have played in this conference anymore. All these 6'4", 6'5" receivers. I mean,
not fair.
I mean, I would listen. You would have
got to tackle that.
No, I'm good on tackling.
That's Quentin Jackson, which, by the way, great play, but also not a great play for him as he would stay down.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because that young man is huge when it comes to their offense. But no, it's the jump balls. Listen, you would have moved the ball on me 5 yards at a time. It would have been defensive holding 92 times in a row. I'm holding everybody.
2-yard touchdown here for Landon King as the route continues. 41-3 at this point for Utah.
Coach, everybody was open on that play.
Everybody.
The corner's open, flats open, backside, everybody's open.
55-3 is the final.
The Hawk was open.
Utah back on track.
The guy with the mustache was open.
And then in progress right now, let's check it out between number 16 Oregon State and Colorado. Right here, Aiden Childs, 23 yards out. He's going to get all the way there. Oregon State's got a 7-0 lead at Colorado in the second quarter.
I'll tell you what, Aiden Childs might lead the country in touchdowns per play. That guy is a big play every time he touches the field.
7-0 is the score up in the Palouse. More coming up at halftime.
This Pac-12 football halftime report is presented by Bear Paint. Today, let's paint. Exclusively at the Home Depot.
Bear moment of trust, as we said, throwing the ball. And Pullman has not been easy today, but Cam Ward with a little trust. You got to buy some time first.
Stay alive, stay
Keep
alive.
my towel. I don't need
Sacrificed his shirt and everything.
it. And then there's Josh Kelly on the other end.
That was a terrific catch.
Yeah, beautiful adjustment by both players. And then here's Josh Kelly again, because Josh Kelly set up Josh Kelly
Nice.
for the only score of the game. Second half action coming up.
Still got tearaway shirts.